All right, first up tonight, never underestimate how Australia, under the Morrison government, has performed so spectacularly when it comes to coronavirus. Like every country, there has been deaths, too many. Victoria's botched handling of the inquiry has exposed serious deficiencies in the Andrews government and the culture of its bureaucracy. There's also been some poor decision-making at state and territory level over lockdown protocols and, of course, border restrictions. The Queensland situation with Sydney is simply moronic. But yesterday, on a sunny, gorgeous Queensland day, people were out and about enjoying their lives, seemingly oblivious to the pandemic that has affected so many of our lives. If you compare Australia to the rest of the world, particularly Europe and the Americas, we are global leaders in our response. We should never, ever forget that. Now, the other exciting part of this year of living dangerously is Australia's world-leading advancements in the race for a vaccine. The UQ laboratory testing has made giant strides in recent months, and they are now on the cusp of a world first. It's brilliant stuff. Not only has Australia contained the virus as well as anyone, we're now leading the planet in the race to get a proper, efficient vaccine. The fact that Australians will have a relatively normal Christmas, particularly compared to those in the UK, parts of Europe and, of course, the United States, it's quite extraordinary. Considering how far we've come since March, back then it looked dire and there were predictions of mass deaths. Australians have proven a compliant lot too when it comes to advice. We were told to stay at home and we did. We were told to socially distance and we did, for the most part. It shows the willingness and common sense approach taken by Aussies to this time of challenge. And if you compare Australia with the United States, I saw a piece by Michael Rowland from the ABC this morning where he said basically the Americans just don't get coronavirus, or they don't want to get coronavirus, and that's why their numbers are so high. So it's a wonderful accomplishment for Australia, and I think we shouldn't lose sight of that fact. Of course, now the emphasis must turn to the economy, and the sooner we get to the economy and getting it out of the doldrums, the better. Let's get the skies opened. Let's get the airlines up and running as soon as possible. And of course, today, Qantas celebrating its 100th year of flying, and we'll have a little bit more on that later in the show. There's much to do, but we're in a great position to rebound quicker than any other country.